horizon that we're seeing is not physical. It's reflective.
No, nothing you bite. Hold your hand out in front of you. Is that your physical hand you're seeing?
Correct.
No, it's not. Hold your hand out in front of you. Is that your physical hand you're seeing?
Correct.
No, it's not. Hold your hand out in front of you. Is that your physical hand you're seeing?
Correct.
No, it's not.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. Got a great one lined up for you today, hopefully. As usual, if you'd like to support this channel, there are PayPal and Patreon links in the info box below. Check in with Discord, see how it's going. The beautiful Betty Van Belsen. How's it going there, Betty?
Yeah, great.
There it is.
Good evening, everybody.
Okay.
Need to pile in.
Yeah, they're starting to pile in. Of course, I had no data in the beginning on my studio, and if no one's typing in chat, then I'm good. But if they're typing in chat, my darn studio's down, so that's great. Thanks a lot, YouTube.
Huh. Strange.
Let's try this little maneuver. Let me see if I can do this.
Are you talking admin on the show?
Yeah, I am, because I like it. So I am gonna...
Contrary to Nathan, usually.
Yeah, that's fine. He'll get over it. I'm going to go ahead and restart this live stream on YouTube's end. Let's see where we get. Let's see what happens.
Getting sort of experimental on us, huh?
Yes, I am. Look at that. Now it works. Can you hear me out there? Oh, Nathan, he's in chat. Radio check 1 2 1 2. How about if I start throwing out some plosives? That should get them going. Good? Yeah, all right. Sweet. Yeah, so I can restart. You see, this is another question. So I have two things here, and it's contingent. I thought it was contingent in studio going live, so I can hit live stream here in OBS. And then I have to wait for about 15 or 20 seconds before it gives me the option in studio to go live. So I try to time it. I tried about 15 seconds before it hits 2 o'clock. I'll go ahead and start streaming from OBS and I start hovering over the start stream in studio. So, but it just sits there for like 15, sometimes 25 seconds. And as soon as it goes blue, I whack it. So my question is, do I start going live immediately when I hit the OBS live stream, or am I halted until I hit the studio start stream? How about that?
Interesting thing, but I don't think that I've seen anything happen. So
it's a good question. I've wanted to ask about it, but you know, it's one of those things that, yeah, you know. It's back office stuff, but it's interesting. Maybe I should have asked somebody within the past, I don't know, 4 months.
Okay. Well, Nathan says something in the chat now.
Yeah, I seen it. You can set it to start when you press go in OBS. It's an option when you schedule the stream. What, on the first page of the schedule stream? I haven't seen it. Unless I'm just blowing it off and looking at what, you know, I got tunnel vision when I look at those things, but I'll deal with that when I make some good. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we can move on. Yeah. Well, yeah, we got to do. Yeah, because my mic is a little loud here, but in OBS it's not. Do I sound loud to you?
Well, I hear you over Discord, so I don't think that's.
That's what I'm saying. In Discord, I'm low, but in YouTube, I'm loud.
Yeah.
So that's an issue. We'll square that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
That's another session with Nathan. I think it's sort of your therapist on sound.
He's my sound therapist.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah,
hey, what's up?
One. It's copyrighted.
It's oh, you just quickly copyrighted that.
Oh yes, I took hold of that thing.
That is so weak.
Yeah, well, if other people make their weakness known, I must make mine known.
It's so weak when you have to do it so quick, right? It's a towel.
I've heard you do the same things.
It's a tell. Don't try to switch up here. Don't try to burden of proof reversal fallacy, even though it's not a proof. You're trying to burden of a blame reversal fallacy.
Oh, so now we have a new fallacy, huh?
Yeah, I
copyright that one too.
Yeah, I figured that. Yeah, it's just so quick because you're so insecure that you got to make it that quick.
Well, I know that you're sort of like ravaging, or like how do you say that? Like holding on to these things yourself easily, right? So you already took hold of the scientific method now. So
I think you're just trying to divert away from you trying to be so quick on that.
yeah, I'm not. I just say, well, it's mine.
But how are you going to fit that in any conversation? I mean, it's going to have to be an outlier to use Nathan as my sound therapist.
I will divert them to this video where I took hold of it.
Where I took over. All right, we're starting off good. You know, we're trying not to waste time today because listen up.
Yeah, make it snappy, John.
Yeah.
Because I'm busy.
You like that, making it snappy, don't you?
Yeah, because you told me to. Now I'm telling you to.
Yeah, you always got to make it snappy. Right? But in this particular case, I got to be snappy today. So I got to be out of here in 52 minutes. So 1 hour. And I told my wife, I said, I'm going to end this in an hour because I got missions, right? They're time dependent. So, and she said, more or less, yeah, right. So that's going to be the test.
Okay. Well, then maybe we should introduce Adam already and Mitchell.
Adam, introduce.
They're also on the panel.
Yeah, go start from top to bottom.
Okay, then we start with Mitchell. Hey, Mitchell.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Seeing as we're time dependent today, should we launch into a discussion on breakfast? I had bananas this morning. What about everyone else?
I got a banana right here. How ironic.
Fruit toast.
Minds.
Oh, yeah, he's got fructose again. It's fruit toast, but it sounds like fructose is sugar, which is ironic because fructose, you know, the fruit in the toast has a lot of fructose. So it's just a convoluted nightmare.
I think that he's a fruit cake.
Yeah. Go ahead, Adam.
Good evening. I'll be quick.
Good evening, sir.
No,
two things. I'll be as snappy as I can. I got two. First of all, you've done my head in with last Thursday's show, but I'm still at Rachel and Leah. It's kind of brought me to a halt, that whole story. So I've yet to catch up on the rest of it because I've been reading. But great stuff. And second, I just wanted to say thank you to Mitchell. You know when you have somebody around your house, you're talking about being on time tonight, John, you have somebody around the house, and they stay, and they stay, and they stay, and they keep talking and talking and talking. It was probably me a bit on Friday night's show.
Yeah.
Mitchell, it went on.
Yeah.
It was an absolute pleasure. Adam, thank you for coming on. It was a great presentation, great conversation.
But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, and I really enjoyed that. So it was good to share and have those just those little chats and share those bits of knowledge with you, mate. And hopefully people learn a little bit.
See, it's just, Mitchell, you're enabling him. See, if you give him positive reinforcement for jibber jabbering, he'll just continue to do it.
I'm definitely reinforcing it for today because I know you're pushed on time for today, John. So go ahead, Adam. Tell us what you're feeling.
Go ahead, Adam.
I'm saving all of my long monologues for the end.
I figured as much. That's too funny.
Under the 49 minutes, I'll save it more.
Yeah, when John starts saying, okay, I'm going to round out now, and then you go into an hour-long monologue.
Yeah. I think you guys get together. Do you guys get together like before, not before the show, but, with me not around and saying, you know what we should do on QE's show is just to keep the rabbit running. All right? Do you guys get together and do that?
We do it with Nathan.
You trained as well. You trained as well. If you can smell a weakness, then exploit it.
Yeah.
So, and if you come in with that weak disclaimer at the beginning, then you get all you deserve.
Weak disclaimer, huh? Is that how you categorize it?
Yeah. Don't let my wife kick the shit out of me. Otherwise, I'm in trouble because I've got to go because my wife's going to kill me. I'd use the same thing, mate, because there are many powers in life. Yeah. And I don't bow down to government authority and anything, but I do as I'm told with the missus, especially if I'm having to go out at a certain time.
You got it all screwed up right off the bat. So you're not paying attention to detail. I didn't say I had to go in an hour because my wife told me I had to go an hour. I said I have to go in an hour because I have missions. And I mentioned it to my wife, and she more or less said, yeah, right, because she knows how long my show's been going because of you.
Oh, so it's not a mission. Oh, well, see, now I don't feel so bad because I thought you had errands to do with your wife. If it's just for you, I don't care then. I'm really going to drag it out.
I do have missions that my wife is part of, but she didn't give me a time limit.
It's not going to affect her.
Listen,
that's what I'm asking.
I wear the pants in this family, Adam.
I'm not interested in who wears pants. I'm asking, will it affect her if you're late?
Not that much, no.
Fantastic, so we can be late then. That's fine. I was just going to be polite. I didn't want to put your wife out.
The dog's on you, John.
I knew Betty was in the background trying. I knew something was coming out of her. I seen it. I felt it, right? I knew that something was going to get her goat or she was going to make fun of something. Go ahead, Betty.
You just unleashed the dog on yourself.
Yeah. I can handle these dogs. I'll release my wolf pups on them.
Yeah, well, dogs and wolves are kind of alike, John.
Yeah, but wolves are wild.
Yeah, well, I got some wild dogs for you here.
Yeah, I seen them. You need to put some socks on it.
I did.
We got Brian too. Brian, you're off mute from here on out, as far as you know.
Hey, all. Yeah, I'm not going to do an Adam. When you have to finish, I will finish.
Yeah. I only have a really short presentation.
What is it? 3 minutes?
It's not. It's not going to be much longer than that. But it is so deadly. Now, I did this presentation on the show about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I can't remember how long ago it was. But I've been pondering this argument. I must have posted this argument in Discord in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in 8 servers, like 3 to 4 times a day for the past, ever since I did it that day 3 weeks ago. It's so devastating. It's like, it was like the initial Black Swan. There's a lot of ins and outs, not a lot, but there's a lot of avenues of attack you can go towards the Black Swan, because it's not a lot, but there's more than 3 ways you can go about attacking the Black Swan, even though you're not going to get anywhere, but at least you can bring them up and it wastes time. With this specific argument, I haven't gotten any comebacks whatsoever. Well, no, they just whistle right past this one because it's that deadly. So that's the one we'll be doing here in a couple minutes. Very short.
Okay, well, we didn't go to Neil.
Like Neil's
Yeah.
attention span.
Anyway, since Neil is on, don't think I'm sucking up to be a ball buster because I'm not. But your name came up today, and we were talking about how when you came on the scene, the game changed. So much appreciation, QE.
Oh, really? Were you guys? I'm sorry I missed the show. I had too much going on this morning. My internet went out. It's just a phantom internet outage just with me. So I'm sorry I missed it. Well, cool. Maybe I'll go back and listen to it. Was it a lot of good stuff?
Absolutely. The game had totally changed when you came on and broke down a scientific method, and from there on in, we've had the upper hand.
So you're saying I was recognized?
Absolutely.
Nothing wrong with that. Appreciate it. Yep, I'll have to go back and check it out. Usually, usually I'm getting recognition for other stuff. It's usually not positive.
An appropriate level of smoke was blown.
Cool. Thank you. Did you blow some smoke?
Little puff.
Little puff, right? Little powder puff.
Hello.
That's a dog, by the way, a powder puff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's the hairy version of a naked dog.
What?
Yeah. So you have these naked dogs, you know, there's Mexican naked dogs, and when they breed and they have puppies with hair, they call them powder puffs.
Oh, I was going to say I would never have guessed that there would be stated on my show, not only today, but ever, Mexican naked dogs. I would bet against it.
Well, you have these people that are allergic to hair, and then these dogs might be a solution.
Ah, I see. I got you. I'm tracking with you now.
Some people like that. Some people like these naked cats. Right?
Naked
Yeah.
cats, too?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know. Well, I could see if they're allergic. Yeah, I got you.
But the powder puffs, they are really good, cute dogs, you know, really nice.
Well, post a picture and go ahead. I never seen one. Maybe I did see one. I just didn't know what the name of it was. Go ahead and post one in Skype when you get a chance so I could check it out later today.
Yeah, sure, I will. But,
Oh.
let's get on to the topic, otherwise you lose your track.
Oh, no. Before I forget, too. No, we're good. We're at 18 minutes, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We're still good. So, I didn't want to forget that the last of the Numpty clips is tomorrow at 2 U.S. Central, 8 p.m. UK, right here on the Quantum Erasure channel. Be here or be sphere. This is like I said, the last of the Numpty clips, and it's epic. So, Professor Phil Belland, you are going to round out the Numpty clips at this time, and woe be to you, sir. So make sure you tell your family members, you tell all your friends, you know, put the words out. Make sure you're here tomorrow, folks. You don't want to miss this one. So I'm glad I didn't forget about that. Go on. Anyone else?
Yes, the last one. Like, normally that led me I like a rabbit trail, John. But where you took me with that last, frankly, it's an 18 rating, and frankly deserves additional warnings as well, doesn't it? The term. See, I bothered to then look up polyamorous.
I was wondering where you were going.
Yeah, I tell you what's worse, and I won't descend into any crudities.
Okay.
But I'd urge people to then follow on to the term. See, what struck me when I was in this, there was the term polyamorous, and I thought, oh, maybe I found something to do with chemistry, because there's the term fluid bonding as well. And then I clicked on that link, and I just advise people do not click on that link. And I'll leave it there. But that to me demonstrates where this person's mind's at with regards to amalgamated metals.
Oh, M. Scott Veach, you're finished. You're so finished. I have so many numpty clips on you, but this I could just put this last one out. It's all over for you. I don't know how I can show their face anymore. They do. They whistle right past the grave. I was like, yeah, whatever. I'm proud to be on numpty clips. Right? Hell yeah. I'll tell you what, brother. They're going to be sitting there in the playlist forever. And every chance I get, I'm going to be spiking them. Everywhere I go, hey, did you see the numpty clips? I'm just going to keep pounding on them. Right? And you're through. Anyone that's listening to that, they are never going to take anything you say serious ever again. Put it to you that way. You're laughing.
I was hoping for a late entry, you know, with the Kiwi Emu debacle. I thought I might have got in there.
No. I don't do numpty clips on flat earthers. I could.
Pause there.
I was thinking, you never know what might come up. I'm not that creative. And when you said that, and that's been my policy since the beginning, because there's been a couple people that have asked me, hey, why don't you do this on this person? And I've said, you know, I don't do numpty clips on flat earthers. But you just never know. That'll keep everyone on their toes. And we had one yesterday. We ain't going to say who it was from. Can you believe that, Adam?
No. I don't know. That to me reminds me of something along the lines of a brain fart, like where I'll put mine down to. Do you know what I mean? Especially if you're a king of obfuscation, where sometimes you want to say something without ever definitively saying something. Sometimes you try to describe things in a clever way and you end up not looking so clever.
Dude, he said it twice.
I would agree that I don't know as you can represent two internal angles, two right-angled angles as a triangle. It was an odd, but like I say, to me, that was just like a brain fart to me.
Okay.
Which, as I admit, I'm guilty of we're allowed to fart every now and again, even in public, aren't we?
Yeah.
There's a big difference there, isn't there, to what, like, the M. Scott Veach clip is, which is, once you've had something pointed out to you, you've brain farted, that you then go on to keep digging your own grave. And that's what I thought was funny yesterday. And whoever it was that had him was very patient.
Yes.
Particularly when Scott Veach was pretending that Chemo was talking.
Yes.
I thought that was very telling as well.
Yes. I figured a lot of people would like that. You guys, if you haven't seen yesterday's numpty clip, M. Scott Veach, polyamorous bugger lover, you need to hit the playlist, right? Get back in there and check this out, man. You are not going to believe what happened there. But it's typical. See, it's typical. I don't want to put his behavior on every ball-tard, but it's kind of hard not, because they all have, you know, I hate to stereotype that way, but they all have that, how would you say, capacity? They all give me that same type of feeling. If you know what I'm saying, maybe I'm not articulating it correctly. It's creepy.
Disingenuous is the thing, and that's the conversation you hear there. It's disingenuous. It's someone trying to, first of all, trying to make out that amalgams have. I'll put it down to the covalent bonding. Right? Yeah, I'll put it down to that. To try and, you know, basically flex your muscles, isn't it? Show your guns and say these big words that you hope the audience won't cognitize and understand. But it's all right doing that. But if you're going to do that, you at least have to be talking sense. And that was the point of the point of dissent. That imbecilic remark, which I think I said, respect to whoever it was, they patiently waited for that kill. to all the obfuscation and distraction techniques, and just took him through it slowly to the point. And this is where we say I'm making it's disingenuous, John, because if I'd got to that point, there's nothing wrong with it's covalent bonding, and I'm realizing, oops, that's wrong.
Sure.
Oh, I'm wrong. But then to go up, sorry, to try and rescue, to not die, to try and rescue your reputation, to go, I meant polyamorous bonding. It's just it's even worse than the first mistake. Do you know what I mean?
Yep, I agree. Yes, you're correct.
Especially if you've got Google to hand before you open your mouth.
Well, he knows, Baltards know that most of the people that are on their side are dumber than a bag of hammers. So as long as it sounds like science-y, I would guess, they're going to let him go. I was shocked that Branch had the intestinal fortitude to say, well, wait a second. This is a load of malarkey, right? But most won't do that. That one case right there is, I can't think of another case where that had happened, where I was ever listening to a conversation between Baltard Spin and Space Monkeys, and one of them called the other out.
You're kidding me.
No, I've never seen that before. No. Have you?
That baller then that took him out.
Yeah, yes. You didn't know that?
No. Like I say, I was giving credit there. That was like really patient, waiting for the moment of kill. Not trying to stick the knife in. He could have said it at any point.
Mm-hmm.
He waited all the way through the Spurs chemo distraction. Can't hear Spurs talking. Please, Spurs, talk. Please save me, Spurs, talk. All that bit. He just waited and then killed him. I thought that was a skilled flat earther.
No. That's a Baltard. Branch is he's been around the scene for a while. That's what surprised me about it. And I thought people would catch it because I said a fellow Baltard, I said, get ready. This is going to shock you. Something to that effect. A fellow Baltard is going to call him out. You had to hurt. I did put that preface in there before I started in on it.
Maybe even on their side, they're just getting sick of the nonsense. Maybe there's people on their side getting sick of it.
Brian, anyone on the panel, have you ever heard a discussion when them talking to themselves that you heard one Baltard call another one out? Have you ever experienced that? Ever?
I did experience listening to them arguing amongst each other about stupid stuff, but not when it came to, let's just say, anything to do with the argument we're in.
Right.
I never heard.
Right.
No.
Gotcha.
Well, this is different, isn't it? This is
Yes.
one baller calling the other one out to be a complete and utter Dunning-Kruger bullshitter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the crux of it. And he patiently, I say, to me, that's what I heard. He patiently waited that kill, as you say, Bri. Yeah. Maybe they're sick of it as well. That actually, if they still believe in the ball, right, the last thing you want is some muppet that first of all thinks it's covalent bonding, but then tries to restore his reputation with polyamorous bonding. Yeah. Do you want that on your side, even if you think it's a ball? No, I don't think I would.
Well, exactly, Adam. I mean, I think it's kind of a case of some of them must be at this stage seeing some of the other ones as being not really up to scratch, because he would see that as something that would, like, obviously is a branch that called out Scott Veach. I mean, maybe he sees that as a flat earther with any kind of knowledge on this would absolutely annihilate you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? This is not good. This kind of not having your facts right. You need to have your facts right. You know, it's embarrassing, isn't it?
Oh, Scott Veach talks out of his ass. All he does is talk out of his ass. Everything he says. If you listen to all of the numpty clips, you're going to be aghast by it. Like, how can somebody blatantly just pull stuff out of his ass all the time and not get called out on it. And he's like a motor mouth, right? He speaks so fast, it's kind of hard sometimes to understand what he's saying. You got to put it on like a quarter speed. I mean, this guy, he needs to be institutionalized. He's that Dunning-Kruger. This is the clinical level Dunning-Kruger type. So he's through. Scott Veach, you booger eater. You're finished. Anyone listens to that, they're belly laughing at your dumbass. And this is the key point. He's not your average skank and file baltard. He self-purportedly, has a PhD. Now, it's in computer science, but still, right? You'd expect a little bit more at that level, but now, and another PhD tomorrow. Watch this catastrophe of megalithic proportions tomorrow. You're not going to believe it, folks. I'm telling you. But we can move on from that. Any last?
I'm not letting you move on.
You better hurry up because I got a presentation.
PhD.
Yeah.
With all respect to my friend Dr. John, they ain't worth shit. They don't mean anything. They mean, that you've dedicated a number of years to a very, 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 very small field.
Yes.
Don't qualify you, in anything other than that. That's why a medical doctor is very different to a PhD doctor in
That's correct.
particular discipline.
Yeah.
It's a very small field. It doesn't mean anything unless you're going to talk about what you did your PhD in. Other than that, you've got the general degree that you did before it. And I've had opportunities to do a PhD, John. Do I want it? No. What would it mean? It would mean I'd have spent a serious amount of time to a very detailed subject to try and uncover something, to get the title. Well done. And in some people's lives, that's an aim. For me, it never was, because I was busy feeding my family. So there was never a point where I could stop what I was doing and say, I'll do that to get that title, that societal title.
Yeah, I think we're going too far with this. I didn't mean
it was just to hold up as if that having a PhD meant your opinion was better than
no. I'm not. If you got that impression, no, I didn't mean that. What I meant was he should have a higher cut above, the average skank and foul, Joe Globetard. It should be a cut above, not subject specific. I mean, just your ability to critically think, to have some type of integrity, those types of things, not a specific. Yeah, we all know what a PhD, piled higher and deeper. You know more and more and more about less and less and less. So we understand that. We already went over that. Maybe we'll do that again sometime.
That's well, to be honest, that's the cheapening of a PhD today. Because a lot of people go straight from their standard degree course straight into a PhD course. They never experience life, and all of the things that actually contribute to that intellectual civility, that ways of being and ways of seeing a wider world. And I'd say I think of modern PhDs are so tunnel visioned to get to that. And I mean that side of that. Actually, what we used to ascribe to that, and what you'd say, well, this person's well-rounded, they've got I don't necessarily think that applies anymore, and that's not attacking any individual. I think that's attacking the education system of what people chase now. All
right, you're going to die on that hill?
I think, I will die on the hill that degrees and particularly PhDs have been cheapened in modern society, happily, yes.
Okay. Is that it? You're going to round out? I want to get into the presentation because
How long's the presentation?
Time's ticking away.
How long's the presentation?
Oh, about 5 minutes.
Oh, God damn it. I've got ages to talk then.
I've got at least 25 minutes. 25 minutes easily. 25 minutes easily of food-related talk.
Oh, no, you don't.
Bananas and custard and you name it, man. I've got it all to talk about.
Oh, no, you don't.
Tea day.
Oh, I've had a beautiful dinner tonight. Homemade
Yeah,
pizza.
what
It
was
was lovely.
I'll mute you.
I know. What
Well,
topic?
before you do, in all seriousness, I've actually got a show that I put a lot of work into that's coming out in an hour. So I do actually want people to go and see that, even if you actually do end on the hour. So it's about half an hour after the show ends, if he ends on time. And I can't spam all the people watching, but I want you to check it out. So yeah, that's coming out in about an hour's time on my main channel. But also, and more importantly, to say, subscribe to Nathan Oakley 1980 and Nathan Oakley, respectively.
That's classic, man.
He's going to drop in it.
Yeah.
No, I'll hang around for a couple of minutes.
Oh, you gonna hang around for a couple minutes? All right, let's do. That's pretty funny, Nathan. Yeah, it's the last part of Mr.
gone.
Is it? Hold on a second. Is it the last part of Mr.
gone.
Bitcoin?
He's gone.
Is he? All right, good.
Get back.
Unbelievable.
All right, let's rock on here. Like I said, it's just a devastating argument. A simple elegance, but it's like a deadly dagger, right? You can't do anything about it. And like I said, it's hilarious to me. And it's this guy, the sextant and the ballers. This is what happens to him. Everyone get a good visual on that? I can't portray it any better than that. I love it. All right, let's rock and roll. It's this argument. It's elevation angles, people. From the math expert, Mr. Rocket, right? Angle of elevation. He's showing you what you need, the necessary contingent facts to measure an elevation angle, right? You see this line down here. And with triangles, this is called the adjacent. Now, this is the horizontal line. To measure an elevation angle, you must have a flat horizontal adjacent, or a flat B right here. You can't get around that. That's why I say it's so deadly. Let's check this out. Because the only way you're going to get around this, baltards, you can't do it. You have to change all the definitions of elevation angles. So, math is fun. Angle of elevation. The upwards angle from the horizontal to a line of sight from the observer to some point of interest. From Merriam-Webster, angle of elevation. The angle formed by the line of sight and the horizontal plane. See this guy right here? Kablooey. You need a horizontal plane. You need a flat, what they're saying is you need a flat adjacent, or you're not getting an elevation angle. It's as simple as that. For an object above the horizontal, look, they use horizontal twice in the same short sentence. From radartutorial.edu, measurement of elevation angle. Elevation angle is the angle between the horizontal plane and a line of sight measured in the vertical plane. So you need a horizontal plane, both of them. You can't get around this. You could try to change the definition of horizontal, but you can't do it. I mean, it'll be a feeble attempt, and we'll laugh at you, and you might convince some can't fog a mirrors, but as soon as I put up a triangle, you're finished. It's all over for you. The whole ball tart spinning space monkey religion implodes right here with the sextant and elevation angles. It's just that simple. We can't get around it. You don't like that simplicity, do you? I love this argument. I just love it. The term angle of elevation, here's the last definition, angle of elevation. The term angle of elevation by varsity tutors denotes the angle from, like all the rest of them said, the horizontal upward to an object. An observer's line of sight would be above the horizontal. Yep, flat, level, flat, adjacent. Simple as that. Well, what does a sextant measure? Would that be elevation angles? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Say goodnight. Say good night. A sextant from NASA, our favorite source. A sextant is a tool for measuring the altitude angle, elevation angle of a star above the horizon. It's over. Right here with elevation angle. Elevation angle, you need a horizontal, flat, level, adjacent, period. Britannica. In the hands of a practice observer, the modern sextant can be used to measure elevation angles with an accuracy of 10 seconds of arc. That is close enough to determine a ship's north-south position within a few hundred meters. And finally, Princeton Astronomy. All the observer does now is to use a sextant to measure the angle of altitude. That's the elevation angle, H, of the noon sun with respect to the horizon, and to record the exact time of this measurement. This should turn out the lights, baby. It's simply over right here. There's no argument against this argument. Conclusion, you must have horizontal plane baselines, like I mentioned before, the adjacent, to obtain elevation angles using a sextant. There's no waffling. There's nothing you can do to parse this. It's right in your face. Call your therapist. Baltards, call your therapist. Get them in a community of therapists. You're going to need them. This is a death blow. Because there are no horizontal planes on a spinning monkey ball. Ergo, the Earth is not a spinning monkey ball. Simple as that. You're finished. Say goodnight. Why? 2021 to 2000, who knows, is the age of the sextant. I'm not going away from this. I'm not moving away. You can bring up all your little Eratosthenes, little mumbo jumbo, but right in the hopper, right when you're done speaking, right when your motor mouth stops, I'm going to hammer you with this. And I'm going to make you look like a fool in front of everyone. Quick questions and comments.
That was really good. Thanks. Good night.
I have a fast comment. It seems like this Bob guy came on the show today and invited 10th Man on one of his shows to discuss the sextant.
Really?
10th Man told him, no, that's okay. You're into fallacy. And he left.
It was quite funny.
Bob,
you know, like
Bob, are you talking about Bob Rooney?
Bob.
Sure. Bob Rooney. Continue.
Yeah. You remember when you was at school, high school, right? And kind of like you fancied this girl, yeah? And you'd spent days, weeks, whatever, building up the courage to come in over the playground, right? And ask her out. And you pluck the courage up and you go over and your mates are egging you on, clearly, and you go over and you go, would you go out with me? I mean, would you come on my YouTube channel and talk about the sextant? And Temph just blew him away. And
well, why wouldn't he?
It just reminded me of that. It was like the Secret Diary of Adrian Mole.
Why would are we talking about Bob Rooney?
Yeah.
So Bob Rooney asked you out a date. He doesn't even know what a circle is. Why would we want to go on your show, Bob? You're a retard. You don't know what a circle is. How many times I got to play that? We'll do it.
Before Bob will distract this from this point, I don't want that to happen. You said, I'm dropping anchor here, and me too. In my opinion, this is the best flat Earth proof to date. It absolutely annihilates the globe. It proves Earth is flat. It's epic. It's brilliant. And yeah, I'll be using this forever. This is an awesome piece of information. Great presentation. I wasn't expecting to rejoin, but I just want to tip my hat to you and say, yeah, really great that you've put this into a presentation. Really great that you've laid it out in the way that you have. Awesome. People, I was in the chat saying, pay close attention to what QE is saying right now. This is incredibly important. So I just wanted to re-stress that rather than get on to Bob. So what you've just gone through in the last 5 minutes is the most important point of the year. But for me, my best flat Earth proof, I'll be standing by this from here on in. If someone says, what can you utilize to prove the Earth is flat? This is what I'd use. It also has a Brucey bonus of doubling up as a globe annihilator. So it's just everything. It does lean on the black swan and needs that because it does away with any rebuttal before it's even come your way. So yeah, it can be argued that it rests on the shoulders of the black swan to make it as strong as it is, but it is that strong, and I didn't want that to get under stressed. So that's all. I'm going to leave you to it. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. I've posted this, like I said, not only in Discord for the past 3 or 4 weeks, in length. The same thing that you've seen here today, including the GIFs, are the same thing that Discord has seen. Also, I put it in Skype a number of times in the different Skype text chats. So I'll probably do it over the next couple days again, but I'll go ahead and address one to you if you want, because it's just the slides, right? I got them all saved, and that's what I do in Discord. It's easy to pluck them in there, and it's like a short presentation. So, but appreciate that, Nathan. Yeah, it's killer. Yeah, I knew it. As soon as the elevation angles started coming up, I said to myself, it's over. Too funny. All right, anyone else? We've got
okay.
13 minutes.
A bit quiet there. I was just drawing a little picture, and it's very crude. I've just put it in BALLBUSTERS live stream.
All right, 1 second.
Text. It should have arrived.
Yeah, it's in there. Hold on. Let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger. That should do it. Okay, go ahead. It's live.
You can see the horrible red lines that I've put on that slide you had.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the point. If we define a horizontal line, and it's going to be horizontal. It's going to be at 90 degrees to your zenith. So if we live on a ball, that horizontal line is not comporting to the surface of the Earth. So the first horrible red line I've drawn is the one that goes from the observer underneath the horizontal line to represent the curvature of the Earth. And then the two others I've drawn from the object down, one is to the horizontal line, and one is down to where the Earth would be if it was curving away, distinct from the horizontal of the observer. The tangent of the observer, a ball, I might say. There appears to be two different... Well, actually, in a ball world, there's only one elevation. And that's the elevation off the surface, which isn't accounted for in the mathematics. The only mathematics accounted for is from the horizontal line. You're applying trigonometry. Yeah, by their admission, they're a line that would define elevation, their concept of reality, isn't the horizontal line. So they're defining, even in theirs, using the maths they use, to the horizontal line, the first dodgy red line. That's it, really. Just a mathematical observation.
Yeah. Oh, I got a message.
But if it is elevation, and we use these outside of celestial objects, the same thing. We don't necessarily have to be a star you're doing it. It can be a lighthouse and stuff, can't it?
Any elevation angle that you do, it doesn't have to be a star, right? Correct. It could be a mountain. I think you brought that up before with Al Baruni, right? Yeah.
You would need, the point being, you'd need R to correct for that, and within none of the trig that they do we correct for the perversion of the x-axis in this, the line O to B. Yeah. That is the difference here. That when we're talking about angle of elevation, We're talking about how high something is elevated off the surface.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you're going to do that and your mathematics says the surface is straight, you can't then claim that the way you calculated it is from a curving away at a rate of 8 inches per mile. That's not been included in any of the stuff you've done.
No, what I was saying was, the elevation. Remember Al Baruni? He come up and I already know you know this because you brought it up like a couple weeks ago. That he knew the height of the mountain. Well, how do you know that without a flat adjacent?
Yeah,
you can't.
Yeah, well, that's where R is even more important, because what he does is he takes two distances far away from the mountain to observe it. But what you'd have to know R to figure out the rate of R from the center of the mountain to the first observer's angle. Then you'd have to calculate the amount of R drop to the second observer angle, and then calculate the differential and apply that to the trigonometry within Alberini's if you were going to assume you were on a sphere. But you would need R to do it first. That's the trouble.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. Yep. Yeah. All right. Hey, Betty? You still there?
Yeah. Yeah, I was typing in the chat. Sorry.
It's okay. Do we have any business to attend to? Because we're gonna wrap up.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Well, they don't like you very much.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, I know. I just maybe if I do less.
Maybe you should shut up more.
Yeah, you told me that before. That was too funny, by the way. That was one of the funniest things.
Well, you were sort of away on a vacation for some time, and then you multiplied multiplied. That's a little bit thing, but you exceeded your usual subscribers, and I think a super chat just came now from James Mays.
Hey, what's up, James?
Yeah. What's John?
Oh, damn. Thanks, James. I didn't see it, man. Oh, goodness gracious. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
See, we got some business, finally.
Yeah, we got some business. Yeah, we did. Look at that.
These things will go on good.
Look at all these numbers, too. People jumping in there. Did everyone go tell everyone else, hey, QE's only going to be on for a little bit. Let's get on over there.
Yep.
I'm not ending this show after a super chat that size that has my name in it. I can't end this show.
Oh, yes, you can, because I'm going to end it for you.
More. Less is more.
Less is more. Thanks, James. Appreciate that, sir.
I'm going to tell Jay, I've got a good half hour's $33 worth of talking in me still, James. And
you got $33 worth. James, James is aware of my bow addiction, my compound bow addiction. If you realize this is like, I didn't know the half of it getting into this business. I knew it was going to be a little bit expensive, but it is just over the top. They get these bow hunters and target compound bow guys. This industry, I'm telling you, this is a racket. I can't believe the prices. Why do you want to jump? What do you want? What?
A racket is for some other sport.
Oh, look at you. Yeah, I'm telling you, you wouldn't believe it. Maybe we'll just do a show on prices. Not of the bow. Just the bow itself is unbelievable, but that's just half the story. And then they got, hold on a second. Then they got this little racket, right? Might as well get into a little bit of it. They got this little racket of like selling you a car. Yeah, we'll give you the car, and the tires, but the wheels are sold separately. I'm like, what?
Yeah, well, they do that with everything. I don't think that you noticed yet, but
yeah.
I mean, if you want to go on a plane, you have to pay for the gasoline or whatever that's in there. You have to pay for you to get your own bags with you, right?
Yeah.
Even the oxygen might be on taxed soon.
The oxygen, yeah, they have to pay for the air separately. Okay, listen, this is Too funny. This is a rabbit hole we could go down for a while. I like these short shows because it seems like everyone's all fired up, right? I might try to do these. I might try to do these more often because this was power packed with that argument. We're not moving away from that argument. I might bring that argument up every single time I come live. So
Nathan says, I'm getting a fifth of when the show ends.
All right, listen, guys. Let's go from top to bottom. Sorry, like I said, I know you're not going to get your 10,000 words out today, but go ahead quickly because I'm going to get out of here in record time. We got less than 5 minutes left. Brian's Logic.
Thanks for the show, QE. I love the little presentation. Yeah, elevation angle, absolutely epic. Absolutely epic. Thank you.
Try to keep it simple, Brian. That's what it. Try to keep it so concise and so deadly that it's shocking. It just like shocks them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just one small aspect of the sextant, because you could talk about the sextant. There's many aspects you can go down, many avenues that you can discover the mysteries of. But this one is a rate limiting step, and it's a killer. That's it. It's over. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I focus on.
Can't violate 0 degrees. It's that simple.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Thanks for coming, man. Appreciate it. Flat Arthur, you got to make it quick.
Nice show, Gooey. That's all.
Hey, appreciate that, sir. Mitchell from Australia, thanks for coming, man. What's up?
I've been saying this is the #1 flat Earth proof on my show for the past 3 months, and it hasn't been addressed. It is polarizing for the Globers. They are done. They don't know how to address this. We've got our Bob Rooney, Bob the pseudoscience guy. He's the only one addressing it. Everyone's watching him, wincing. He's failing. He can't address it. No one can address it. It's over. Earth is physically being measured flat. Thanks, QE.
Yeah. Wincing. That's a good word, man. That's what I like it. Yeah, it's exactly what's some of them, like I said, they're just whistling past the grid. They don't even comment on it. They just move on. So, too funny. Thanks for coming, man. Neil.
Oh, he's doing more than wincing. Great presentation. It is the #1 flat Earth proof, not globe Earth debunking, flat Earth proof. So, yeah, I'll drop anchor with Nathan and you.
Sweet, Neil. Thanks, man. Scrat, make it quick.
Just great as usual. And I agree, it's #1 flat Earth proof. But I still like air gas pressure without a container to destroy the globe, the whole heliocentric model.
The whole heliocentric. Yep. That's fine. Yep. Thanks, guy. Appreciate it. Adam, quickly.
Well, you've inspired me. This whole thing about times and doing things and what's right and what's wrong and whatever. If I could just, it might take no more than 10 minutes. John.
No, you're done
Bible
right now.
reading.
I'm going to put you on mute.
Bible Luke 13:10 onwards, about when Jesus heals a crippled woman.
I server muted. Betty.
You're so nasty.
He's doing it on purpose, so I muted him.
He was talking about Jesus. You can't stop someone.
We got 1 minute. You've got less than 1 minute. Take us home, Betty.
Well, I'm starting about Jesus. You can't.
It's not going to happen. I'm telling you. It's not. I am serious as you know. I'm serious. If I mute Adam, you know I'm as serious as a heart attack. You got 25 seconds. You got 30 seconds.
Well, great show, John, and you need to shut up more. Right? Less is better.
Less is more. All right. Hey, I appreciate you coming. Could you take Adam off mute, please? Thank you.
I did it already.
All right, guys. I had to shut the whole panel up because they're going to try to bone me. We got 10 seconds. Listen, thanks for coming. Take this argument, shove it down the throat, and make sure you show up tomorrow for the world-class numpty clip. Professor Phil Bellin. Thanks. Have a good one. Out.